Good afternoon, everyone who wants to think in English. Today, I'm in the beautiful state of Georgia, and I'm about to share with you guys how exactly I was able to switch thinking to English from my native language, which is Ukrainian, a long time ago when I moved to the United States. Because it took me a while to understand what exactly I had to do in order to start thinking in English. Because I'm pretty sure you guys are facing same issues. Whenever someone talks to you in English first, you translate it to your native language and only then you understand it. But if you will think in English, you will understand it in English and you will not even have to translate it. So it's going to be much faster and better communication, which will help you to get a new job, to start a new business, and just to feel more confident in everyday communication. So let's get started. But before that, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Sergii and I'm a CEO of Codemify Tech Bootcamp, which helps people without experience to become tech professionals. But regardless, I've been living in the US for the last 16 years and I enjoy helping people. You can probably see that it's just a pleasure for me to help everyone to learn English, to become a tech professional, and to do many different things in your life. So let's get started and let me quickly share with you those tricks how you can start thinking in English. So the very first one and the easiest one, and the one that I force you and encourage you guys to do right now, is to grab your device, which is probably an iPhone or a Samsung. You grab it and you switch it to English completely. Your computer, your phone, all of your devices, all of your smart devices at home, everything has to be in English. If it's not, change it right now, or just simply leave a comment below and tell me why can you not change it to English. When I did it long time ago in 2009 when I moved to US, it took me only a couple of months to get used to it, but it was hyper helpful in terms of getting used to new wording. Because in the past, I would not go to settings, I would go to something else, whatever it was called in Ukrainian language, but then I got used to word settings. And whenever I would talk to someone about a phone settings, now I could use the word settings. And there are hundreds or even thousands of those words that you can quickly learn by simply switching your device to English language. That's the easiest trick. The second, even more easier one, you don't have to switch anything except yourself. If you live in a country where people understand English, or if you live in a country where people don't speak English mostly, but you do have some friends who do, if you live with them, if your fiance wants to learn English, why don't you switch to English with your fiance or with your friends and do like I did on the farm in 2010. I did talk in English only. I did speak English for 5 days a week. And for 2 days, I could take a break and speak Ukrainian with my mom, with my parents, with my family back in Ukraine, because they wanted to chat with me and they did not understand English at that time. But it was amazing. First, I felt like it was a challenge. For 5 days on a row, I had to speak English whole day. And that was the time when I've actually switched to English completely. I started seeing dreams in English. I started waking up and thinking in English, and that was the key. So that is one of the biggest tricks that you can do in order to switch to English, is simply to start speaking English majority days of the week if possible. If not, there are quite a few more tricks that we will talk about in a moment. This is how my story went. So I switched my devices. I started speaking English for 5 days a week. And then I started thinking in English. But then I went back to Ukraine in at the end of 2010. And then I did start thinking in Ukrainian again, because I spoke Ukrainian in Ukraine. Majority of people did not speak English. I was like, oh wow, I'm actually losing my accent, I'm losing my knowledge, I'm forgetting English completely. I forgot how to say carrot within 3 months. Can you imagine that? What I did in Ukraine and what you guys can do right now is, number one, watch as many videos as possible. Simply
cartoons, movies,
any kind of videos that you guys are enjoying. Start watching them on a daily basis. Instead of doom scrolling, instead of scrolling your phone, scroll and watch content in English. That'll help you quite a lot. The second thing that I did back in Ukraine was I have organized English speaking club with my friends. They wanted to learn English. They saw that I went to US. I made some money. I came back home. I bought a car. I've been hanging out and buying drinks for everyone because I made some money. I was 19 years old kid. Anyways, and they were like, okay, I want to do the same. I want to be like you. I want to move to US or to Europe and make some money and speak English as well. And I told him, well, why don't we get together every evening at 7 p.m. I don't remember exact time, but I start asking them questions. We start practicing storytells. And since then, I started feeling like, okay, I'm getting better again. I'm getting better. I'm not thinking in English yet, but I'm already getting better because I'm getting a lot of practice. So you guys can join free speaking clubs. There are a lot of them. I'm pretty sure in majority of the large cities, in majority of the countries in the world, or also you can find free speaking clubs online. And if you guys don't have one, I can organize one for you. You leave a comment below and we can come up with one if needed. Another trick that actually might slow you guys down is that you're probably translating all of the words to your native language. And I did the same thing. If I wouldn't understand the word, I would translate it to my native language, but that was an issue. Guess why? Well, because you're still doing the same thing over and over. You learn the translation of that word. So as soon as you hear that word, you will be like, okay, so that means this in my language, so that's what it is. That's not the right way. The right way to learn it is to learn as a kid. Kids don't know any translation because they don't know any words. Whenever you hear a new word or a new phrase, what you have to do is simply Google the definition in English, the definition of this word. And then you will see English explanation or explanation in English of what does this word mean or what does this phrase mean. And that will help you to understand it in English, not to translate it to your native language. Because if you do, once again, you will still go back with the same routine over and over, and you will train your brain to translate every single word that you hear, but that's not the goal. And now, my favorite and the best advice you can ever get from anyone is sing in English. Well, maybe speaking English is better, but singing in English improves it quite a bit. And here's why I think it's the best way. Number one, you will reduce your accent. Whenever you sing your favorite songs in English, my favorite is Eminem's Final Battle from 8th Mile. Anyways, whenever you sing any song in English, you are trying to mimic or to reproduce the sounds of the singer. You're trying to sing in the same way. For example, if you listen to Eminem's I Need a Doctor, you will hear how much voice, how much resonance he puts into song. For example, I told the world one day I will play it back. Whenever I was listening to this song, whenever I was hearing that sound, that voice, I wanted to reproduce it. I wanted to say it exactly in the same way. I'm pretty sure I'm not Eminem and I will probably never become one, but either way, it did help me to improve my voice, to improve my speech clarity, to partially even remove the accent. And that's just the beginning of what songs can do to you and to your English. Number two, whenever you are learning song, even if you will translate it with the time, you will slowly remember the words, understand the words, and forget the translation to your original language, because you will get used to it. But what you can do aside of that, you can play a song and start writing down the words, trying to understand it without seeing the lyrics completely, not paying attention to lyrics at all. You listen to a new song, you write it down, and you try to understand those words. You try to put it together. It will be challenging at the beginning, but here's what it will do to you and to your brain. Number one, you will adapt to understanding complicated wording, something that you're not familiar with, or something that has music on the top of it, something that has melody on the top of it, and it's hard for you to digest it. If you do it every single day, your brain with the time will adapt and you will understand not only songs, you will understand multiple accents, which will help you to be better at understanding English fast. And you will not even translate it. So that is one of the main benefits, because you'll be able to understand fast and to think fast. Aside of clear speech, aside of removing your accent and improving your articulation. But the key takeaway of all of these tricks is to do it on a daily basis. Simply, number one, switch all your devices right now. Start speaking with your mates now or today or at least tomorrow, but better today. And mainly repeat over and over and over. Translate the songs, learn songs, sing songs. It will help you to improve your not only speech, not only clarity of speech, but speed of thinking, speed of talking, speed of singing. And finally, you will start thinking in English. Now, you tell me, out of all of these tricks, which one is your favorite and which one do you think will work the best? Thank you for joining and I'll see you next time.